Alright guys, since we're in this nice location here, hopefully the wind isn't too strong, but maybe we can get through this without a hitch. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the Hudson Bay Flint and Steel kit. Is it really worth it? Now, I've wanted one of these for quite a long time. I love the look of it. It's kind of a piece of Canadian history, I guess you could say. And I really liked it. I mean, they originally used it as a tobacco tin, but well, you know what? Let's just get into it and take a look. So, depending on where you buy this tin from, it'll come with different stuff inside. But I'll show you. Basically, it's a tin. You know, it's a nice size to fit in your palm. It's probably about 4 inches wide, and I don't know, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches long, and about 3 inches wide. And it's probably about 3/4 of an inch here, and maybe 1.25 inches here. But let's just take a look at it. So, you've got a nice lens for a solar fire inside. Comes with a nice little cap, protect it, keep it from getting scratched. Now, I'll take out the things that I've added, but you've got my piece of leather. It did come with some jute, but not this jute, but it did come with some. But I'll leave this in here just for the purpose of the video. And it came with this kind of really junky char cloth. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it kind of looks like a stringy cotton fluff that was done. Now, it does take a spark, but it burns so fast, it's insane. Like on a windy day like today, you would have to throw this into a tinder bundle and really kind of smother it to keep it from burning too fast. That's really the case. It's a very low quality char cloth, and it did come with this little piece of flint, which was a nice sharp edge. Now, the only other fire kit I have, flint and steel kit that I have, is the one that I bought from the Pathfinder store, which is very functional. Comes in an Altoids tin, but really, in comparison with this one and the other one, there really isn't much difference in the quality of the amount of sparks that they shoot off. So let's just take a quick look at that. So here we have the two steels. This is the Hudson Bay one. This is the Pathfinder one. Now the overall size is it's quite a bit smaller. It's about a ½ inch smaller in size. The Pathfinder one's got a lot more in the belly. This one's basically just a straight piece. It actually, if you look at it real quick, it looks like they use a small keyway to make this. But anyway, the thickness of it, they look to be pretty much identical. But how do they spark? So let's take a look at that. All right, so we'll just stick this on top of the stone, and we'll give it a good whack. There we go. Now look how fast this is growing. I'm not gonna be able to hold on to this for much longer, but it's just eating up the char cloth. See that? Look at that. It's eating it up. The striker works quite well. It sparks really easily. I mean, I could pretty much bang some sparks off of this whenever I need to, and I don't know if you can even see them on camera from there, but it shoots great sparks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Pathfinder one, see how this one shoots sparks, and we'll go ahead and light another piece of char cloth. All right, so here we go. Got the Pathfinder striker, same flint, same char cloth. Second one, and again, just the wind blowing. Look how fast that's growing. This thing showers great sparks as well. So really, the main two differences between the Hudson Bay kit and the Pathfinder kit, which I don't have the rest of it with me because I carry this one now, but is the price point. This one, you're looking at around, if you're in Canada, you're looking around 50, 60 bucks. And this one here, I had it delivered to my house for 24. So you're talking about which one's a better kit to go for, or whatever it is. I don't know. I think you're saving money with this, and the striker works just as well as the one from Hudson Bay. And in the end, you probably want to make your own char cloth. So that being said, I've got two items here that I want to char up. So we'll get a fire started, and maybe we can replace this junky char cloth with something a little bit better. So one of my favorite things to char is false tinder fungus. Now, when you cut this open and you break it up, and you'll see there's like a layer of amadou inside. If you extract that and you char it, it works really well. Now there's another process that you could use to process this stuff, and that's by removing the amadou and boiling it in ash. I can show you that if you want in a future video. Let me know and I'll do a video on that, but it requires a lot of work. But anyway, so we're gonna extract this amadou and we'll char it up along with the char cloth, and then we'll give the two a try. This is actually one of my favorites, so if you have one of those really wet, nasty days and you're looking for something to char up, use this stuff. It works amazing. So alright, when you look at the bottom of the false tinder fungus, you'll find it's a little bit spongy and soft. It's very easy to poke into, but on the top it's quite hard. Now you got to remove this layer to get to that other stuff. So I'll show you what it looks like once we get down there. Now I've had this this one drying for a little while, so it's already dry, but you'll see in here, right in here, it's still spongy. See if you can get a look at that. It's still spongy, and that's the stuff that you'll use to catch a spark. Alright guys, I'm just going to interrupt the view for a second. So here we have the cross section. Now the two pieces will fit together like this. I split them down the middle, as you saw. Now you're going to have all this stuff kind of going up and down, these little ridges. None of this you're going to use. All you want is this light tan colored stuff right along here, and as it leaves the top, it really thins out at the bottom. So you want to try to be careful and really cut that stuff off nicely. All right, so we're all carved out. I'll give you a quick look of a before and after. Well, that would be our piece. You flip it over and you've got all that now. That's all one giant piece of amadou. It's dry, but it's quite flexible. And I'm going to save this one for a rainy day because that's going to last me quite a long time. I'll take the amadou, I'm going to break it in half. Somewhat, anyway. There's one piece, there's the other. And I'm also going to add in some of this this old camouflage pants here. Yeah, I like to keep them all in big pieces so I can just roll it up and store it nicely. Basically what I do is I just fold it over gently, so the air is going to be able to get in and out of there. I'll put some there, the amadou on top, and I got another one right here, fold it up, and put the amadou on top of that one. That's ready to go. All we need is a fire. There we go. Alright, so we've got a nice little bed of coals in there. The fan's going to keep the fire fed full of oxygen. So we'll go ahead and throw our tin on there now. We got our hole to make sure that our gases can escape, and we're going to be in business. Okay, so the char tin is cool to the touch. Let's take a look and see how we did. Open it up. There's our piece of charred amadou. There's another piece of it, nice big one. Now the only problem with this is it gets kind of brittle when you char it, which becomes a bit of a hassle. But our charred material came up quite nice, and let's give that a look at how we did. Now when I separate it, it sounds like a piece of paper ripping. I know I got a good job like that. So we'll start with the material first, see how we did. Okay, so I like to take a piece that's about a little bit larger than an inch, or inch, maybe an inch and a half square, and I fold it into into quarters, and I put all the fuzzy bits at the end of my stone to catch the a spark. Oh, there we go. But you see how this one's burning? It's equally as windy outside still, but it's just kind of creeping along, nice and slow. Not like the other one. The other one, I had a much bigger piece and it caught all the way around completely. and it took a long time for it was really quick to get rid of. This is a much smaller piece, and it's moving much slower with the same amount of wind. Great stuff. There we go. Now, I had a little more trouble than usual lighting this for some reason, but I want to show you something here. Watch how long this ember goes and how hot it is. So we got the ember going. I could put that on there, actually go collect a tinder bundle and then light it. Actually, let's even give that a try. All right, so I left it running just so you could see, but I got this little pile of birch here, and we're gonna go ahead and stick this piece of amadou inside there, and I'm pretty confident that I can get this to light. Here we go. Soaking wet birch bark. You can actually squeeze the water out of it. Took a long time to get lit, but it lit. I'll be really happy to swap out my garbage char cloth and put in my own stuff. I think it'll be much better quality than what I got. As for the kit's pretty cool. I like it. It works. Is it worth the price? Probably not. I think if I was going to do it all over again, I would just order the tin and then put all my other stuff back inside. As you saw between the two of them when I was striking them, there really is no difference in the quality of the striker of the sparks, except for maybe the Pathfinder one's probably robust and it'll last a lot longer than this one would. But that said, I still think you're getting I still think it's a pretty cool tin. You got your lens on there that'll your loop that'll start your solar fires and all that. I like the looks of it, but really I think that's pretty much what I paid for, is looks. If I was going to do it all over again, I'd just buy the tin and then fill it up with my own stuff. But if you're talking about practicality, I think just keeping it inside of an Altoid tin and throwing that on the fire, and you've got your kit, you've got your charred material, you've got your char tin, all in one. This you can't throw in the fire. So really pretty cool, but not worth the price, I don't think. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you again soon, and I'm gonna pack this stuff up and get out of here because it's starting to get really cold. So thanks for watching. Get out and explore. All these beautiful colors. trees look awesome. Finally the sun came up.